Tracking down terrorists no longer the CIA's only priority. The U.S. intel agency now investing in weather and ways to change it. Why? Alex Bearzo is the editor of Real Clear Science and co-author of Science Left Behind. Joins us from Washington State today. Alex, good morning.
Hey, good morning to you too.
So what is the CIA spending $630,000 trying to do?
Well, they're looking into something called climate engineering or geoengineering, which is a way to manipulate the climate to mitigate the effects of global warming. So they are looking at a planet they think is warming up, and they think that maybe this might pose a national security threat in the form of exacerbating water shortages or causing more regional instability in places like Darfur or in India-Pakistan region, in the Kashmir region. So they want to find ways of mitigating climate change, and they're investigating, are there possible ways of doing that?
Okay, do you see a connection there between the CIA and the sky?
Well, you know, I think that it's something certainly worth researching. Scientists have been researching this have been thinking about this for quite some time. There are two general ways of engineering the climate. One is called solar radiation management, which is putting particles into the atmosphere. So like if you think of a volcano
Sure.
explodes and it releases particles and that cools down the planet. So that's one way. You can put a balloon up in the atmosphere and spray particles. And then another way would be to possibly bring down carbon dioxide out of the atmosphere in a process called carbon capture and storage. So they're going to be investigating both of those, and they're basically funding research by the National Academy of Sciences.
Okay, so the CIA is not trying to control the weather. We've tried that before, and it doesn't really work. But they're trying to impact climate change. So the CIA is in the climate change business now?
Well, like I said, I think that they're thinking of it from a national security standpoint because they want to have a lot of tools in the arsenal in case climate change is as bad as some scientists believe it is. They want to have a way of mitigating it. And so they're thinking, you know, if sea levels are going to rise, what national security implication does that have? If it exacerbates, you know, food shortages or water shortages, will that cause instability in parts of the world, which might backfire on us? So they're thinking about this in terms of long-term national security.
Right, I understand, but you told one of our producers at this point it's pretty doubtful this is a viable terror threat right now.
I don't see I don't see the CIA. Yeah, I don't think that it's going to be an immediate threat. It's definitely something that's going to be a long-term, you know, decades down the line sort of thing.
Well, there you go. Interesting stuff. All right, Alex Bearzo joined us today from Washington State. Alex, thank you.
Thank you for having me on.